where are we headed as a people here in Kenya? Where is our country headed? Just the other day, the day before yesterday or so, just the other day, let me just say just the other day, because you might be watching this 1 year from now, President Ruto launched a flyover. It was a piece of road that is supposed to ease traffic. That is the whole idea. It is 855 meters long, and it cost 3.8 billion Kenyan shillings. A staggering amount of money. A staggering amount of money. And since the president launched it, there have been a few things that have been going on. One of them is on that launch, he was interviewed by Dr. Ofweneke. Dr. Ofweneke, also known as, I think, Felix Jasiaya, is a prominent YouTuber in Kenya. And he's very much influential on social media. He was the one who, I think he had to pull down a video, an episode of his when he interviewed, there's a guy called Andrew Kibe. If you don't know Andrew Kibe, please usipeleke yo maneno kwa comments, wacha ishia hapa vile nimeitaja. So Dr. Ofweneke is a very influential social media figure here in Kenya. He has a very prominent YouTube channel. On YouTube, you can check him out. He ended up doing an interview with the president. And then Alex Chamwada of Daring Abroad, he was also there, and I think his job was to sanitize the project, in quotes, on his social media accounts. I think Twitter, I saw him talking about the bridge, like it is someone who had discovered the wheel, the flyover. I don't even know if I should call it a flyover or a bridge, because it is very short. It is only 855 meters long for 3.8 billion shillings. And these two prominent Kenyans, okay, it did not come as a surprise, because I've been here telling you all the time, it is either plata or plomo with President Ruto. So these guys, people like Alex Chamwada, people like Dr. Ofweneke, the only thing that will make them host this president and do a victory lap on a very minor project, which can only, even a village chief, should be the one opening that bridge or that flyover. Yeah, 855 meters. But now President Ruto is taking a victory lap with it. And yeah, it is just money. It is all about money. It is all about money. And that is the fear I have, even me mwenye hapa na hii Mabili Mogodi TV yangu. What happens when these people from State House come? Wanitupie pesa, gunia ya pesa ya 10 million shillings. Na hizi shida tuko nazo sisi kama binadamu. Another thing that is absurd is how we have normalized the killing of Kenyans. Mauaji ya Wakenya has been very normalized by President Ruto and his government. Every single day, every single week, we have to get a report of a Kenyan who has died in extremely unnecessary circumstances. Extremely unnecessary. I covered May 18th fuel protest supper. Several people, young Kenyans, lost their lives. In that same week, as I am covering the fuel protest issues, a young man dies inside a police cell in Kiambu police station. A few days later, people are killed in Nanyuki as they are opposing Ebola center. And we will come back to the Ebola as another absurdity in this President Ruto government. A few days later, a high school child killed in Nanyuki again. Tumekaka. just the other day, the day before yesterday, or the other day, a young Kenyan man called Cecil Ouma, who is an ODM supporter, vijana wale wa baba ODM dam, dies while inside the official motor vehicle of the Permanent Secretary for Youth Affairs and the Creative Economy. Shot dead by the PS's own bodyguards. His body thrown onto the side of the road. No answers. No investigation. The way our DCI can mobilize resources to go after faceless Twitter accounts, kama vile walifanya kwa mfano Kibet Bull. They even abducted Kibet Bull's brother for him to produce Kibet Bull, because at that time Kibet Bull was using VPNs. Ile time akitengeza cartoons zile za Ruto, za Kasongo. You are very quick to go after people with social media handles, but the murderers in our society, for as long as they are aligned with President Ruto, for as long as they sing two-term, and even if they kill your own supporters inside your own official motor vehicles, that is fair game. But hao wengine wote wananchi ambao wanajitokeza huko nje kusema Ruto must go, kusema one term, kuwapiga risasi na kuwaua, it's nothing. Nothing. Just the other day, we were being told about Ebola and how Ebola is coming. Ebola inakuja kutumaliza. So what we need to do is we need to allow the US government to set up a quarantine center or a containment facility in Laikipia, the Nanyuki Air Base, or Laikipia Air Base. Then Kenyans start agitating, Kenyans start fighting against it. Court order has been issued, etc., etc. Yeah, the Ministry of Health was giving us a countdown on when to expect Ebola to hit us. And then a few days later, a few weeks later, the president flies to France. And then while being interviewed by the foreign media, he actually tells the whole world, including us Kenyans, that look, what we are doing is rare earth mineral extraction. Hii maneno ya Ebola, chaneni nayo, forget about it. And after that, nothing about Ebola. Nothing, absolutely nothing about Ebola. Kabisa. But we know that the US government is still constructing their forward operating base in Laikipia, because kila siku ndege zinakuwa tracked via flight radar, zinatoka Djibouti, zinatoka USA, zinaingia Djibouti. Djibouti is, I think they have the largest military base in Africa in Djibouti. Halafu zinakuja, zinaleta equipment na watu hapa Laikipia. These are the absurdities of Kenya today. And that is why he said, like, I need to rant, but I'm not even angry. I'm just, I'm drained. Like every single day, it is a new absurdity after the other. Juzi kwa maandamano on 25th of June, police, the full glare of cameras and the media, wamebeba vijana ambao walikuwa hapo parliament kwenda kuweka maua. Hao vijana hawajafikishwa police station, wameenda wamekuwa tortured. Sawa. And then they are dumped. And then the permanent secretary for the interior comes and tells us that no, hawa vijana wanajiabduct. They go lock themselves up inside their houses, halafu wanatoka wanakuja wanasema wamejiabduct. You understand my point, my view. Like we are living in an alternate reality. Like President Ruto and his government have completely refused to be accountable to the people of the Republic of Kenya, who gave them a mandate to govern this country. And now they are running roughshod huko nje. They are bulldozing, they are breaking the law, they are not following the constitution. And all all of it is just because of one thing called power. Power. I am telling you, there's a saying that says, power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that is what has happened with President Ruto. We are seeing now the persecution of Halima Princess, a lady from Mombasa, a mother of one. And her only crime is to screenshot flight radar, flight plan, yeah, President Ruto. That thing is public. Anyone in the world can see. Ndege ambayo hata ya US government, the Air Force One huwa ina mask, it's hizo signals zenye za kuonyesha flight path, but haiwezi kumask kila pahali. There are places ambayo itapita ile ndege, and those countries will always get the flight details and the flight path ya hiyo ndege, even the Air Force One. And these things are tweeted every day. And you have never seen anyone in any developed country, even these underdeveloped countries, arrested and charged for that. Where are we headed as the Republic of Kenya? My viewer of Mabili Mogodi TV, this is a question I am leaving with you. You can continue the conversation in the comments. Thank you very much for your support as usual. Asanteni sana. Continue sharing the channel with your friends and family. Like the videos. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Asanteni.